The California Gold Rush, 1848, Dreams and Disillusionment. In 1848, a discovery beneath the surface of a quiet river in California would spark one of the most chaotic and feverish migrations in American history. It began with a glimmer in the sand and ended with broken dreams, fortune, ruin, and the reshaping of a nation. This is the true story of the California Gold Rush, a time of ambition, illusion, and transformation. It was a cold morning when James W. Marshall, a carpenter working for Swiss immigrant John Sutter, spotted something shimmering in the water of the American River: gold. He rushed to Sutter with the news. They tried to keep it secret, but secrets that shine don't stay buried for long. By the end of the year, word had spread like wildfire. Whispers reached San Francisco, then Hawaii, then the East Coast, and by 1849, the world. Ships abandoned in harbors, cities emptied overnight, merchants became miners, farmers became fortune hunters. They were called the 49ers. They came by land and sea, from China, Mexico, Chile, Australia, and across the US, all chasing one golden promise. What they found was not just gold. They found mud, disease, lawlessness, and backbreaking labor. Towns like San Francisco and Sacramento exploded in size, fueled by hope and disorder. Tents became saloons, dust became gold dust. The Wild West was being born. Mining was not glamorous. It was hard, dangerous, and unrewarding. For every man who struck it rich, hundreds more found nothing. Others were robbed, swindled, or killed. Tools were primitive, water scarce, tempers short. Greed ran deeper than the mines. As the gold flowed, so did the violence. Native American tribes were displaced, massacred, and hunted. California's indigenous population plummeted. Racial tensions flared. Foreign miners were taxed, harassed, and forced out. And behind it all, the land bled. While men dug, women found gold in other ways. Laundry, cooking, boarding houses, entertainment. Some made more than the miners themselves. In a world of men chasing fantasy, women built empires of practicality. Not all riches came from the ground. Men like Levi Strauss sold goods to miners and grew wealthy. Banks, supply stores, and transport companies profited far more than the prospectors. It wasn't about the gold, it was about the gold rush. As the rush grew, so did destruction. Hydraulic mining stripped hillsides, rivers were choked with debris, forests disappeared, the land would never recover, and neither would many of the people. California went from frontier to statehood in just 2 years. The gold rush accelerated the expansion of the American West. Railroads, telegraphs, and migration surged, but beneath the promise of prosperity, a darker legacy formed. By the mid-1850s, the gold became harder to find. Corporations took over mining. Most dreamers left with less than they arrived, but the myth remained. That gold could change everything. That luck was just one shovel away. They came seeking fortune. They found dust, death, and dreams broken under the weight of reality. Yet the California Gold Rush reshaped a continent and left behind a single truth: the real gold was never in the ground.